Dr. Josefina Monasterio's Achieving Personal Excellence Training Manual. Call the Alternative Medicine Family Care Center, 778-8877.
You're watching WWCI TV 10, your hometown station, Vero Beach, Fort Pierce, Sebastian.
Empowerment with Dr. Josefina Monasterio.
Welcome back to Empowerment with Dr. Josefina, and I'm Laura Guttridge. Now we'd like to take a few moments to thank some of our sponsors. We'd like to thank Valerie and Sarah from Salon V for providing us with our lovely hairstyles for today's show. Thank you, ladies. And they are located on the corner of 17th and Indian River Drive, the Edwards Building. Right. Then also we'd like to thank Jasmine's Boutique for providing Josefina with her lovely outfits and jewelry that you'll see her wearing on the show. She also has a new location. Exactly. Everybody has a new location. Crazy. They are also are still on Ocean Drive, but just a little further down across from Palm Court. Exactly. So what Jose will say, whatever is left of Palm Court. It's a shame, really. Yes. But you'll have to stop by and see her, check out some of the new fashions. Yes. She has beautiful stuff right now. Oh, yes, she does. Every time I go in there, I love all of her stuff. So today is adversity. Yes. And you have a little cold. Yes, I do. So she has how do you call that thing you have in your mouth? I have a cough drop in my mouth. We had to retake all of a sudden in the middle of the first shoot. I was like, oh. So you hear her sucking. She's sucking her little pill. What is it? My cough drop. So she will speak well. Yes. Hopefully I won't have another episode. Adversity. Yes. And today's show is about adversity. Yes. And Josefina says, don't refer to it as a problem. A challenge, situation, an opportunity. And you know, I was reading her lesson the other night, and it made me think about relationships. And couples are always dealing with different situations or challenges, and I think that either that will bring them further together or further apart, depending on how they handle the challenge. And in the lesson you say that how we handle adversity determines, you know, who we are inside. Exactly. Because our true colors come out at those, you know, tough situations. Because it's easy to be nice when everything is hunky-dory. Everything is so beautiful, so wonderful. When we're talking about when things get tough, when the rough gets going, when the how do you say that, when the rubber meets the road. I love that. When the chips are down, that's how you find out who you truly are as a person, what it is at the core of your character. That what really makes you, you know, either a positive or proactive person, or a person who just collapses and crumbles just because life presents to you all these challenges or these opportunities and situations. And, you know, as we grow older, you know, of course, we've had to deal with more situations in our life. And I think that's how, you know, you get older and wiser, because you can learn from your adversity. Hopefully. And, yes. Hopefully. Yeah. And I'd like to think in most cases, but I'm assuming it's probably just in some cases that people can take advantage and learn from these situations. But that's why, like you said in the lesson, it's always good to go to somebody else who's older and wiser, and maybe ask them how they would handle that situation. Exactly. Because they've been there, they know how, you know, and you can learn from them. Take advice. It never hurts to take advice from an older person. Yeah, the thing is, and when we face, one of the things that I recommend for you is that instead of changing your vocabulary, instead of using the word problem, because every time you say, oh, I have this problem, my problem is so big, or my problem is worse than your problem, basically that the word problem means that it's something unsurmountable, something very, so hard and difficult to resolve. But at the moment that you start changing your thinking and call it a situation, an opportunity, and a challenge, immediately
immediately, automatically, subconsciously, you become more proactive. You know, you say, well, I have this situation in my life that is giving me the challenge and the opportunity to grow, to become, and to change, and it's incredible because the creative subconscious mind immediately starts looking for the solution instead of concentrating in the problem. So that's the beautiful thing, because you become more proactive. You start finding solutions.
Right.
So that's the beautiful thing about taking, you know, what life presents to us. Sometimes it's a wonderful thing. You know, I remember that one of the things in the scripture says that God didn't give us the spirit of fear, but the power of love, self-discipline, and self-control, and a well-balanced mind. So when you start looking at you, and that another reason why people dealing with adversity is so difficult for them is because they don't take the time to cultivate their spiritual reality. So what happens every time that you have an adversity or a challenge in front of you, and if you're going to go just with at the human level, you're going to find that you are weak, that is more difficult for you. So if you take the attitude, okay, this too shall pass, and nothing is forever, nothing is eternal unless you're dead, then you find yourself in a more creative way in solving your situation.
Well, is that what you mean by when you say we can learn from, or like find the opportunity in these situations? Like in the lesson you said, when you analyze your adversities clearly, you sometimes see opportunities to turn them to your best advantage. Is that what you mean by that?
Exactly. That's exactly right. Because, you know, sometimes people try to just ignore it, deny it.
Right.
Sometimes people just want to put it under the rug. No, the only way to solve a problem is to confront it. You have to face the situation. You have to face whatever is happening to you. So that's the best way. You know, I'm talking in the lesson about Dale Carnegie. That's one of the suggestions he made 50 years ago.
Really?
Write it down. Define the problem. You cannot solve a problem if you don't define it first.
But when you talk about developing alternatives, now what exactly, I mean, what do you sit down and you think, well, you know, what are my alternatives to this situation?
Exactly.
And
exactly.
then you write them down and just discuss. Maybe.
Exactly. One alternative is, do I live or I die? I'm going to choose to live, right?
Me too.
So thank you, baby.
Thank
We're
you.
going to take a break, and we'll be right back with the lesson, which is fabulous.
Empowerment with Dr. Josefina Monasterio.